Good morning, fourth graders. Today we have a new pattern for our reading and spelling, and that is the soft G sound. Now, we know that G says G, like in the words goat or big or wiggle, but when G comes before the letters E, I, or Y, it often has what we call the soft G sound, which is J. So when G comes before E, I, or Y, it makes a J sound, J. So I want you to go ahead and write down on a piece of paper, a notebook that I sent you home with, or trace on a table or something with like a textured surface. G says J before E, I, Y. G says J before E, I, Y. G says J before E, I, Y. All right, now I want you to get out the soft G reading sheet that I sent you home with before break. If you don't have it, I put a picture of this reading sheet in the slide right before this one. So if you need to, you can watch this video in a new tab on your Chromebook on YouTube. And then you can have the slide with the picture of this reading sheet pulled up. So you can hear me, but also have a copy of the reading sheet in front of you. I want you to go through and either circle, put a box around, or highlight the G's in these words. And you'll notice that when they come before E, like in gem, that G says J because it's before E. When the G comes before an I, like in gist, when that G is before an I, it says J. You'll notice that's the same at the end of a word. When G comes before an E, it still says J, like in plunge. Fun fact, none of our words in the English language end in just the letter J. So when you hear J, it's either that DGE after short vowel sounds or this GE, like in plunge. If there was just the G, it would make that G, hard G sound, G, G, G. But because of that E, it says J. All right, I want you, and also in the word dingy, G comes before Y, so it still, again, says J. So circle, box, or highlight those G's. And if you need to, you can pause this video while you do that before I move on. All right, next, I am going to read down the columns of our words, and I'll do a little pause so you can repeat the word after me. Make sure you are actually reading these words at home. And I'll do the same with our sentences. The sentences are great to practice reading at home to build our reading fluency. And they are really great because they help us understand how the words are used in a sentence so we understand their meaning. I will occasionally pause to go over the meaning of a word as well. Gem. So think about a gem is kind of like jewelry, diamonds, those are gems. Gentle. Cage. Lunge. If you lunge at someone, you're going towards them suddenly. We also do lunges when we work out. Mr. G might do some of those in gym class. Gym class, not class. Gist. If you say you have the gist of something, it means you understand something, kind of have the basics of it. Gibberish. If you talk in gibberish, that means I can't really understand you. You're not making any sense. Dingy. If something is dingy, it means it's kind of dull. Gene. Gender. Wage. Hinge. Ginger. Giant. Stingy. If someone's really stingy, I've always used that, or my mom has, as saying someone is like really cheap, or maybe they're just like really tight with their money if they're really stingy. Germ. Gently. Rage. Fringe. Giblet. giraffe, energy, German, germy, stage, plunge, magic, tragic, clergy. Now I'm going to read the sentences, and I'll do a little pause so you can read them after me. The hinge to the door was bent. The gems are as huge as grapes. The gerbil's cage needs to be cleaned. Get a plunger to unstop the toilet. Oh, that's Bailey in the background. The teenager raged about being grounded. Do you need an agent to help you get a job? All right, now I'm going to give you 5 words to spell, so make sure you turn this sheet over, put it off to the side, so you are not tempted to look at it and cheat when you're spelling your words. I want you to do your best. I will say the word, I will point to you to repeat it, and then we're going to tap out the sounds. If you need to, you can pause this video in between each word so you have a little bit more time to spell. Hi, Bailey. Gentle. Gentle. Cage. Age. Germ. Germ. Stage. Stage. Magic. Magic. Okay, now check your reading sheet to see how many words out of 5 you got correct. I have a box in the slides. I want you to tell me how many you spelled correctly out of the 5. I can't wait to see how you guys did, and then make sure you complete all of the spelling and sentences slide after this one. Bye, guys.